Hello everyone, my name is Sonya Shaipak and I'm the Together Plant Heritage Coordinator based in Belarus, Minsk. And right now I'm preparing for our walkathon. Sometimes it's not enough time to train. That's why I've decided to walk home on foot twice or 3 times per week in order to be prepared for our walkathon. And I'm inviting you today to join me on my route, and I will show some locations on my route. And my starting point is the Daumena Street Synagogue. You can see right behind me. It's our Minsk Together Plant office where our team is located and our events are held. Interesting fact that it was built in 1907 as a distillery, and half of the employees were Jews. They created a separate room for praying. Only since 1993 it became a synagogue. Let's move on in order to see more interesting buildings and locations. We are getting closer to probably one of the most picturesque sites of Minsk. It's the historic center of our capital. You see the Sislich River is probably one of the longest rivers in Belarus, and it's located in capital. And the Trinity suburb. Let's get closer. The Trinity suburb's origin dates back to the 12th, 13th centuries, and it used to be a trade and administrative center of our capital. And most of the houses were Jewish houses, Jewish workshops and factories. One of the main and important sites of the Trinity suburb is the Kitaevskaya synagogue that you can see right now. Traditional appearance of the synagogue of the late 19th, 20th centuries has been preserved to these days. You can see its beauty from different sides. Some of the buildings are under reconstruction right now. Right now, I'm on Nemida Street. It is the oldest street in Minsk. Its origin dates back to the 12th century, and already from the second half of the 16th century, it became a Jewish street. I reached really interesting location in terms of Jewish history and heritage. This is the place where the old synagogue stood for 4 centuries. It was built in 1560, but after the war, the Soviets decided that this building is inappropriate for the architectural style of Minsk. In 1969, it was blown up with the dynamite. Only this information plaque remained on this site. Let's go further. We go towards the longest avenue in Minsk. It's called Independence Avenue, and it's around 15 kilometers long. The building buildings that are located here are in the Stalin and Glass style. We will go there. We should cross the subway. We reached the National Art Museum of Belarus. You can see it right behind me. You see a really interesting picture on the facade of this museum. It's called My City Ancient and New, and it was written by a Jewish artist, My Danzig. Interesting fact that this painting depicts not only the Nemiga Street, but also the Cold Synagogue. But unfortunately, it was cropped out from this picture. A nice view of the Dynamo Stadium. If I'm not mistaken, it's the biggest stadium in Belarus. The opposite side of the Dynamo Stadium, there was a Jewish hospital. This hospital was constructed in 1828 for Jewish people, and it was completely free of charge. There was also a medical school here. And even today, this is the city clinical hospital. Probably this is the edge of the historic city center, and now the industrial part of the capital begins. This is the continuation of the Swiss River that you've seen on Nemiga Street. It's getting colder and darker, but we don't give up. Let's drop into this shop in order to buy a bottle of water. Probably from this location the most boring part of my week started, because this street is fully industrial. By the way, this factory is called Kommunarka, and it produces the most delicious chocolate and sweets in Belarus. The smell outside the factory is amazing, believe me. I'm really alone here in the middle of the street. Finally, we reached the neighborhood where I live. It's called Siridanka, and it's named after the village that was here. We are almost there, and we need to walk for about 10 minutes to complete our challenge. And voila, this is my house. And finally, I'm here. Together we've walked for about 10 kilometers. So thank you so much for joining me, for joining my training and my route to home. Hope that you've learned something new, some interesting facts and locations in Minsk. Please support That Together Plan and join our walkathon. So see you soon!